We're right off Highway 52 in Winston-Salem, and as you can see, this highway, it's right up against the fencing here at Happy Hill Cemetery. So back between the 60s and 70s when this highway was built, North Carolina Department of Transportation officials tell me multiple graves were dug up here to make room for that very highway. Those graves then moved to another nearby black cemetery. State officials tell me that agreement to move them was between them and the property owners, not between them and the family members and living descendants of those resting here.
If we know that they are here, then don't move them, don't disrespect the area. That's about as much as we can expect.
That's just one of the many reasons Cemetery Coordinator Maurice Pitts Johnson may never know some of the names of the people who are buried here. She's been trying to keep it clean for decades, but hasn't found enough living family members to commit to the job.
A lot of them have married, so the name has changed, and so it's hard to find the relatives or find people who know that they're grandparents are buried here.
So why are so many of the people who used to live in this adjacent neighborhood known as Happy Hill Gardens so hard to find? Well, it's partly because they were forced to move out during a revitalization era of the neighborhood.
They were shooting. They were shooting in the apartments, and they were doing drugs everywhere. Happy Hill, nobody wanted to come to Happy Hill.
Edith Jones grew up in Happy Hill Gardens around the 1940s.
I'm 80 years old. And time has changed so much, and I've seen the change.
Back then, it was filled with working class families.
My father worked at R.J. Reynolds just about all his life when the time he was here. My mother, she was a homekeeper.
When Edith moved back to the area in the 90s, she saw the ongoing violence and drug use in her old neighborhood. That's when she says a governmental entity offered to knock down the buildings and create a new living environment for the families there.
Well, everybody was excited, even the people that lived in the projects, because they were told that they would be moving back.
But that hope slowly vanished as revitalization took years. Edith says the promise made to bring those families back after the project was completed was never fulfilled. She says the families who used to live here were moved to similar or worse environments than before.
Some of those areas are drug use. I mean, it was up to the families that moved in those areas, but sometimes you have no choice. And some of them didn't have any choice but to go wherever they could get.
Meaning many of them never came back, some of whom had loved ones buried in Happy Hill.
We don't know how many people are in that family plot.
To make matters worse, an effort to help clean the cemetery set them back even further.
We asked the Happy Hill Housing Authority to help us clean the cemetery. And they came by, not knowing when they were coming, and they knocked over a lot of the stones and pressed a lot of the stones in the ground. So we are going by what we can finally see at this point.
So now, it's a guess when it comes to the exact number of souls resting in Happy Hill.
People need to know about their ancestors.
Do you think that had it not been a black cemetery, that maybe more people would care?
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure that's true.
Rashida Kaba, Fox 8 News.